Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Ingron here, and today's video is going to be Earthbound Immortal Zombies or Zombie Earthbound Immortals, whatever you want to call the deck. It's what it is. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and let's get into it. Oh, by the way, I'm actually going to be putting out a little bit of something about Earthbound Immortals in a few seconds, so I hope you all enjoy. Before I get into it, I'd like to point out that Earthbound Immortals will destroy themselves if there's no field spell on the field. One Earthbound Immortal can only be on the field, so if your opponent if your opponent also plays Earthbound Immortals and you happen to get yours on the field first, sucks for them. And Earthbound Immortals can attack your opponent directly. And there's a reason why there can only be one Earthbound Immortal on the field. Because if you could flood the field with Earthbound Immortals, that'd be a bit unfair for your opponent. Anyways, we run 3. Oh, sorry, I can't count. We run 2 with Earthbound Immortal Hummingbird. When this face-up card leaves the field, except by its own effect, you can destroy as many face-up monsters your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict 800 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. We also run 2 of the Monkey. If this card would be destroyed by battle, you can tribute one other monster instead, and if you do, half your opponent's life points. What I like about this card is you could basically attack purposefully into one of your opponent's, say, 3,000 attack monsters. The monkey's effect will activate, tribute a zombie you control or whatever monster you can spare, tribute it, prevent its battle destruction, and half your opponent's life points. We also run 2 of the Blue Giant, a personal favorite. If this card destroys the opponent's monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. 1 of the Spider. Once per turn, you contribute one other monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end of this turn. In a sense, tribute a monster, tribute a zombie, steal your opponent's monster, and if anything, try to link it away for a bigger monster in your extra deck. And if not, then just and if anything, just attack your opponent with it as well. And finishing up the Earthbound Immortals, we run the Purple Whale. If it's in defensive position, your opponent cannot declare a battle phase, which I think is the funniest thing. And you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to half this card's defense on the field. And like I said, defensive position, your opponent cannot conduct their battle phase, which I feel as if is the worst way of going out. In a sense, defensive position and just slow burning your opponent. But to the zombies, we run 2 Doom King. As long as there's a field spot on the field, it's supposed to summon it from the grave during the standby phase. And what I like about it is when a zombie activates its effects, you can activate the following effects. Either negate that effect, or you can banish one face-up monster on the field. And 2, we also run 2 Banshee. Zombie World in the field zone cannot be destroyed by battle. Sorry, I can't talk. Cannot be destroyed by card effect. Also, neither player can target it with card effects. Quick effect: you can banish this card from your grave or field to activate a Zombie World directly from your hand or deck. And we also run 2 Glow Up Blue. When this card is sent to the grave, you can banish this card from your grave, and if you do, add a level 5 or higher zombie from your deck to your hand. Or, if Zombie World is in a field zone, you can special summon it from your deck instead. Also, in either case, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except zombie monsters. You can only use this effect of Glow Up Bloom once per turn. And finishing off these zombies, we run 3 Mizuki, pretty self-explanatory. You can banish this card from your grave, then target one zombie in your grave, special summon it. Now, the reason why we run Mizuki is, hold on if I can find it. If you have a zombie world in the field zone, Mizuki is in the grave, and you have, let's just go with the Blue Giant. And Blue Giant's in your grave as well. You can banish Mizuki, bring out the Blue Giant, and since the field spot is in the field, is on the field is on the field, the Earthbound Immortal cannot destroy itself by its own effect, and it's treated as a zombie monster. Just wanted to point that out. And what I also like about this effect, what I also like about this play is that since Zombie World prevents you from tribute summoning, this is just another way of getting zombie Earthbound Immortals from your deck to your side of the field a lot easier. For disposing traps, we run 2 Zombie World. All zombies, all monsters on the field and in the grave become zombies, and neither player can tribute summon monsters except zombie type monsters. The reason why we want 2 is because Earthbound Immortals are not zombie monsters, therefore you cannot tribute summon them from the hand, which is a big minus for Earthbound Immortals. However, the reason why we run Zombie World in the first place is because Doom King allows us to banish and negate zombies when they activate effects. So in a sense, it's kind of like a win-lose, but it all depends on like what you open up with. But for the Earthbound Immortals, we run 1 Mana the Bound Creator. Level 10 or higher monsters on the field cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Destroyed by card effects. And if a level 10 or higher monster on the field destroys a opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the grave, the player who controls that destroyed monster takes 1,000 damage. And when this card is on the field is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the grave, you can add a divine monster from your deck to your hand. However, we don't run divine monsters, so the final effect is kind of worthless. Terraforming just to get it out. Field barrier, because we don't want our field spells to be destroyed on the field, because Earthbound Immortals like to destroy themselves when a field spell is not on the field. So in a sense, the reason why we're wanting field barrier, just to protect our field spells like Zombie World, and to protect the Earthbound Immortals from themselves in a sense. Next up, we also run 2 Earthbound Revival. Discard 1 card, target Earthbound Immortal monster, and 1 field spell in your grave, add them to your hand. And what I like about this card is if Mana the Bound Creator or Zombie World are in the grave, you can just add them back to your hand as well as Earthbound Immortal. And if you want, you can send your Mizuki from your hand to the grave. We also run 1 Earthbound Whirlwind. If you control an Earthbound Immortal, you can destroy all spell and traps your opponent controls. And this one's a bit more of a situational card, but I feel it's somewhat necessary for the deck. You cannot special summon for the rest of this turn. Also, once per turn, you can't wait. Also, once during this turn, you can conduct 1 tribute summon that requires 2 tributes by banishing monsters from each player's field instead of tributing. However, this is still treated as a tribute summon. Therefore, that's your one and only normal summon / tribute summon of that turn. We also run 2 enemy controller, just to tribute a monster we control and steal one of our opponent's monsters to stop them from really getting any advantage on us. 2 Book of Life. Target a zombie in your grave and 1 monster your opponent controls. Special summon the first target, then banish the second target. Again, since Zombie World is a hindrance to Earthbound Immortals in the hand, if Earthbound Immortals are in the grave, you can target a Earthbound Immortal in the grave. As long as Zombie World's on the field, Earthbound Immortals will become zombies. Special summon Earthbound Immortal in your grave, then banish 1 monster your opponent controls. We also run 2 Called by the Grave because we don't like hand traps, and just stopping our opponent from activating any card that is in the grave. In a sense, kind of stopping their bailings if they have one on the field and one in the grave, like that kind of stopping in a sense. We also run 1 for 1 to get a monster from our hand to the grave, and we run it because, if I can get it out right here, here we go, because of a Glow Up Bloom, because we could get on our field, we could send it to the grave via Link Summon and activate its effect from there. And if we want monsters in the grave, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn from Monsters in the Grave, 1 Reasoning, because the majority of the deck have different levels that vary, so in a sense, whatever level your opponent declares, more likely they're not going to be able to hit it. Or if they do hit it, that monster and all cards evacuated at the top of your deck go to the grave. Which is either way a plus, in my opinion, since whatever happens, either way, it's kind of like a win-win. You get cards in your grave, you get you get a special summon if they call it wrong, etc. One super poly, you can always bump this card up to however many you want. Since we do run Supreme King and the other fusion monster being the Dragon Necro, another Soul Dragon, which requires 2 zombies. In a sense, we only use it to get monsters off of our opponent's field. Finish off the Spell and Trap lineup, we run Return of the Zombies. Banish a zombie on the field, and special summon 1 zombie monster from your grave of the player who controlled it to your field in defense position. If this card's in the grave, you can shuffle 1 banished zombie into the deck, and if you do, set this card back to your field, but banish it when it leaves the grave. Well, so yeah, that'll round it up for these Spell and Traps. For the extra deck, since we do run Super Poly, we run 1 Starving Venom, as well as 1 Dragon Necro Nether Soul. Let me just get them side by side for you all to read it. Next up, we also run 1 Minerva as a level 4 rank exit option to get cards from the top of our deck to our grave. 1 Exiton Knight to destroy the field in case worse comes to worse. We also run 1 Lee Witch's Apprentice to get the 500 attack boost, since the majority of the deck is dark attributes and easy to link arrows. And we also run 1 Avenged Slayer, because during damage calculation, if this card battles a opponent's monster, quick effect, you can send 1 zombie from your deck to the grave. That opponent's monster loses attack equal to the level of the monster sent to the grave times 200. In a sense, it's a good way to get your Mizukis, get your Glow Up Blooms, get your, if I can find it here somewhere, Doom Kings in the grave, get your Necro Banshee, etc. Any monster you want sent to the grave, Avenged Slayer can get it there for you. Alright everyone, this is the end of the video. What did you all think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Comment your thought down below. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you want. Share the video with a friend or anybody else who's interested in videos like this. And I will see you all next time.